Good morning, students, and welcome all in ninth standard. In this standard, we have to learn about different subjects and related concepts. In this, one of the most important subject we have to learn, that is science. This science syllabus is divided into two parts, that is science 1 and 2. So for better learning, we have to discuss the different concepts and do some experiments also. First, we'll discuss today about how many chapters are there in the syllabus and what is the short term concepts in this syllabus. So this is the textbooks about 9th science and technology, and in this book there are 18 chapters which we have to study in this year. So this syllabus is experiment based. We have to do some experiment and you have to develop the skill of observation, logic, estimation, comparison and application of the available data, which form a part of the science education. So for your convenience, this total 18 chapters we are dividing into two sessions, means up to 9th chapter this syllabus we have to learn for first term, and remaining chapters we'll see in next session, means next term. Out of them, first chapter is laws of motion. This is the first chapter of science, which is for first term. In this laws of motion, we have to learn about what is motion, what is acceleration, what is the difference between distance and displacement, then Newton's laws of motions and related equations we have to study here. What is motion? We can define that motion if the position of an object is changing with respect to its surrounding, then it is said to be in motion. If the position of an object is changing with its surrounding, in respect to its surrounding, then it is said to be in motion. Otherwise, that object is said to be in a rest. Then what is distance? We can define the distance like this. Distance is the length of the actual path traveled by an object in motion while going from one point to another. What is distance? Distance is the length of the actual path traveled by an object in uniform motion or other any motion while going from one point to another. Whereas what is displacement? Displacement is the minimum distance between starting point and end point, means finishing point. displacement is the minimum distance between the starting point and finishing point. Then speed and velocity. What is speed? The total distance traveled by an object and time required for that traveling. The ratio of these two things, if you calculate, we will get the speed of that object. That's why speed equal to distance traveled by an object divided by time required. And what is velocity? Velocity is the ratio of displacement and time of that object, means the distance traveled in an one direction by an object in unit time is called velocity. Velocity equal to displacement upon time. Here we have to remember the unit of speed and velocity are the same. In the SI system, the units is meter per second, while in CGS system it is centimeter per second. Also, the speed is related to distance, while velocity is related to the displacement. If the motion is along a straight line, the value of the speed and the velocity are the same. Otherwise, they are different. Velocity is the displacement that occurs in unit time. What are the effects of speed and direction of velocity? Velocity depends on the speed as well as direction, and that velocity changes when changing the speed while keeping the direction same. Second, the changing the direction while keeping the speed same, and changing the speed as well as direction. With the help of these 3 points, we can show the effects of speed and direction on velocity. What is uniform and non-uniform linear motion? If an object covers unequal distance in equal time, then it is said to be moving with non-uniform. If an object covers unequal distances in equal time interval, it is said to be moving with non-uniform speed. For example, the motion of the vehicle being driven through heavy traffic. If there is driving in heavy traffic, that speed is non-uniform. But if the object covers equal distance, if an object covers equal distance in equal interval, it is said to be moving with uniform speed. So this is the uniform speed and non-uniform speed. Then what is acceleration? Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity, is known as acceleration. The rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. Acceleration equal to change in velocity upon time. Change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity. So we can indicate this final velocity with the help of v and initial velocity u. Then we will show this formula is a means acceleration equal to v minus u, means final velocity minus initial velocity upon time. There are three types of acceleration: positive acceleration, negative acceleration, and zero acceleration. When the velocity of an object increases, at that time the acceleration is positive. When the velocity of an object increases, at that time the acceleration is positive. And in case of object the velocity is decreases, then that is negative acceleration. This negative acceleration is also known as deceleration. And if the velocity of the object does not change with time, then it is zero acceleration. So these are the three types of acceleration. Dear students, we learn the next part of this chapter in next video. Thank you.